Quickie Pact. Have you heard the phrase, "The Constitution is not a suicide pact"? It's a favorite piece of emotional bullying from people who want an excuse to violate your rights. It's a trope that supposedly originates from a profound observation of the great mind of a Supreme Court justice. In reality, it's from a dissent to one of the great free speech cases, Terminiello v. Chicago, which soundly ruled against the heckler's veto. You can't have your free speech violated just because a lot of people will get mad at what you say. Robert Jackson's dissent concluded, "The choice is not between order and liberty. It is between liberty with order and anarchy without either. There is danger that, if the court does not temper its doctrinaire logic with a little practical wisdom, it will convert the Constitutional Bill of Rights into a suicide pact." Yes, the whole thing was just an excuse by a judge who wanted to substitute his own practical wisdom for a fundamental human right. And so we had it from like-minded authoritarians. Supporting gun control, Lindsey Graham said, "The Constitution's a sacred document, but it is not a suicide pact." Gavin Newsom also said, "The Second Amendment is becoming a suicide pact." When CNN pushed for forced vaccination during COVID-19, they wrote, "The Constitution is not a suicide pact guaranteeing a right to harm others." After the Supreme Court struck down the ban on flag burning, the Washington Times wrote, "As has been said, the Constitution is not a suicide pact." Defending obscenity charges against Robert Mapplethorpe, New Criterion published, "The Bill of Rights is not a suicide pact. There are some things which governments must do to survive and societies must do to protect themselves." Of the published benefits of moderate wine drinking, George Hacker said, "The First Amendment is not a suicide pact. It is not appropriate for the wine industry to play Surgeon General." In Time magazine, a University of Michigan law professor defended the gag orders on Trump, saying, "As the Supreme Court has said, the Constitution is not a suicide pact." Don't like something? Speculate on some unspecified danger, exaggerate the bejesus out of it, drop this little phrase, and give yourself credibility by pointing to a renowned jurist. It's one of those little emotional appeals that sounds like a pearl of wisdom until you realize how vapid and inane it is. It's hard to think how allowing flag burning or Mapplethorpe photos or wine advertisements would somehow spell the end of the Republic. Now, if we agreed that our basic human rights can be set aside every time we're afraid of something, that would be a pretty effective suicide pact.